What is up, guys? So I am right now waiting for somebody to come and pick up this resellers kit. I wanted to actually talk to you guys about a call I just got off of with one of my students, and he was telling me how initially with reselling he was scared. He had like this feeling about buying products wholesale from not even just me, just distributors in general, right? You lock my doors. I don't want no issues now. But he had a fear, and the fear that he had, he wanted to know if I ever had it when I first started. And I really want to answer this because it took me until I believe last year for me to realize that fear, like that the butterflies that's in your stomach, the risk that you're taking, the family that doesn't support you, the people that look at you like, you about to spend that? Or you still doing this? Like, those things never go away. And as an entrepreneur, as a reseller, as somebody that is taking the time to actually go out and literally try to do different, try to build generational wealth, it becomes frustrating because we don't know if we're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. We don't know if what we're doing is actually going to benefit us and our family. And we have a lot of relatives and we have a lot of family members in general that may not support us. We also kind of don't believe in ourselves based upon what other people believe we can do. And this all can sway your mood towards reselling and investing in products on a consistent basis. Because I know when I first started my store, my mother, my grandmother, my uncle, my aunts, nobody in my family really ever supported me. They were all telling me how a relative before me tried to open a store and he failed and lost money. And they were trying to instill fear in me. But little did they know, I already had fear. Every storefront that I've ever opened, I was always scared that I wouldn't be able to pay the rent. No lie. Every phone store that I ever acquired, when I got the keys, I had butterflies in my stomach because I understood the responsibility that I just signed up for. Every time that I ordered thousands of products from a pallet, I have been scared. Once I get that tracking number, I am scared. Now, why am I scared? Because I know the responsibility that has been placed on me to get this done. And sometimes that responsibility and that fear and that anxiety is the reason we actually sell. It is the reason we actually make money. Because see, think about it like this. If you didn't have any anxiety, if you weren't scared of losing the money that you're investing, if you weren't scared of not making profit, how hard would you do, or how hard would you work to actually get the profit? You wouldn't work that hard. You wouldn't work as hard as you would if you were actually feeling like you're running from being broke. You wouldn't actually be seeking out being a reseller if you felt like you already had money. You need this fear for you to be able to take your reselling or take your business in general to the next level. And that is something we have to stay tapped into, because having that fear, having that thought of, hey, okay, I'm about to spend $250 on these products, but what happens if I don't sell them? That fear is not going to go. That's like me saying, yo, I'm about to pay $20 to go ahead and get in this party, but what happens if I don't walk out with nothing? What happens if I don't get no numbers? Or what happens if she don't come to my crib after the party? What happens if I don't find nobody that I can snag up that I really, really want? What if they all ugly? Like, that's just how us guys, when we go to parties and we go out, we like, yo, we really want to turn up. But what happens if we go through that door after paying that cover charge and that party is empty, right? That's a risk too. Just like, okay, we go on a date with a young lady. Great. I'm spending all this money with this young lady. How do I know that she don't got another man spending that money on her when I'm not with her? It's all risk. See, that's the thing. There's a bunch of risks that we take in life on a consistent basis, but we only put a magnifying glass on the risk that are uncomfortable and that are not familiar to us, that we don't see everybody else doing. And that's okay. But it's also very important for you to realize that this does exist, because when it does come up and when it does cloud your judgment, or when it does make you scared, or when it does stop you from having opportunities, I want you to remember the fact that you have everything that it takes to be that ultimate reseller. You have what it takes to actually take your business and also your family to the next level. You do. The only difference is that you also have things that are standing in the way, and you're one of them. You're standing in the way of yourself because you don't believe that you can actually dictate an outcome, because you think that you have to see some type of result immediately. You have to get instant gratification, when in all reality, you don't. In all reality, instant gratification for real is going to lead to you not actually making bread. You want to know what I mean? I mean, you have scammers out there. I got a friend that he's a great person, but he has been involved in a bunch of different scams when he went to college. A bunch of different scams because they weren't paying athletes and he wasn't getting paid. So he needed to make sure he can get some money, because this is before the whole NIL or whatever it's called deal. But it's a long time ago. But he got into some stuff because of other people's influence, and he was making bread. He would call me up, yo, bro, I just got da-da-da, I got this. And I used to be jealous. But then years later, it caught up with him. And it's like instant money, having all of that bread is cool. That's good. But I'm going to tell you this. Money that comes fast with instant gratification never lasts. It's never going to last. It's never going to last, because, see, the money is not the problem. Consistent, residual money is what we want. It's what we're chasing. Sorry, I'm looking around, guys. Y'all know I'll be looking at my surroundings, but it's what we're chasing. We're chasing being able to make money on a consistent basis without having to work too hard, but also being able to provide solutions to customers, right? We're chasing having an extra income that actually is realistic. We're chasing being able to have physical assets that we can liquidate if we ever need it. We're chasing risks that give us great reward. We're not chasing risks that give us great illusions. There's a bunch of, oh my God, I'm selling AirPod reps and I'm going to be great selling AirPod reps. No, you're not, because the AirPod reps are going to get old one day, and all that money that you're stacking, that you're getting paid because you're finagling customers to think that these are real, and yeah, you getting chargebacks, but maybe you taking the money out before they take the money off your balance. Great, you getting the bread, but you're going to actually spend the money because you don't realize how hard it actually is to make that money. So you don't appreciate it. You got to understand these hard times and all of these risk management aspects and all of these problems that come with doing these investments. All of these things actually can go in your favor when you start to realize that they really give you a sense of purpose, a sense of urgency, a sense of, okay, dang, I just spent all this time making this bread, so I'm not about to go ahead and just spend it on some dumb stuff. Or, oh man, I just took this crazy risk and it actually panned out. I just brought all these products and they actually all sold. That's cool. So instead of me going ahead to go on a trip with this money, I think I'm gonna reinvest it, because now I know what it took to make that money. So I'm gonna go and reinvest that money and now make more. That's the difference, guys. So don't be scared to start reselling. Don't be scared to start investing your money, and stop waiting for instant gratification, because it doesn't exist. Instant gratification will never give you the results that you want. It would only give you an illusion, and the illusions are not what we're after. We're after actually getting this money. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.